The Japanese yen has hit a new 24-year low in the wake of some economic data out overnight. Japanese manufacturing activity growing at its weakest rate in nearly a year in the month of August. Let's take a look at the numbers as we see them break overnight. Businesses taking a hit from worsening conditions in the global economy and declining demand from China and South Korea. The final Jinbun Bank Japan Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, falling to a seasonally adjusted 51.5 in August from a final 52.1 in the prior month. So that indicating a little bit more weakness so far as the Japanese manufacturing economy is concerned. The weaker expansion sending a warning sign about the outlook for global growth to policymakers, hoping that the world's third largest economy will benefit from stronger trade. Let's take a look at the cross between the US dollar and Japanese yen. We're now down back below the 139.40 level, which is this line of resistance, but you can see clearly that the candle has moved up intraday past that line. Highest trade we've seen there for the dollar against that weaker Japanese yen since 1998. Meanwhile, China's factory activity contracted for the first time in 3 months in August. Let's take a look at those numbers. The Caixin manufacturing PMI falling to 49.5 in August from 50.4 in July, missing analysts' expectations of 50.2. A weak reading that echoed yesterday's NBS PMI, which also came in below the 50-point mark. And for this, it's worth looking at what's happening with the USD against the Chinese yuan. You can see in today's trade, we've got a little bit of a rise to dollar against that weaker Chinese currency, not too far away from these levels we've been witnessing, where we've been seeing in the last couple of days or so the highest trade for the dollar against that weaker Chinese renminbi since August 2020. So you can see the build-up here of economic data indicating the positive moves for the US dollar. Just a quick update on other areas of the market very quickly, just to show you where we are in terms of some of the other crosses, because we've seen some interesting levels of support broken for sterling against that stronger US dollar. We're now down at 115.90, below the 116 level for the first time since the lows we had back in the COVID lows back in March 2020. And finally, just a quick look at what's happening with the euro dollar, which broadly speaking is holding up, although the euro is down today. It is above that line of parity of 1 to 1.